when I was working construction that there's a lot of hard work. You need to get your hands dirty, and that's what I really did to get into this role. I remember I went and worked on a construction site before the movie just to get back into character, because it's really all about the character. As you know, you don't really fight cyborgs in real life, obviously, but in the movie, the construction worker has to fight cyborgs. I got this scientist to build me this great training robot, and he worked with the top scientists from Honda to build. You've seen that Asimo robot? Well, they built one that does karate. I remember training with this robot and then training in karate with him, and it really helped me get into the role, going back to my construction worker roots, and just I really immersed myself in the character. I found him so interesting and engaging, and I remember when I first read the script, there was that one great scene where he's fighting the cyborg, and the cyborg hits him, and it just doesn't affect him, because deep down inside, that's like a construction worker. They're just not affected when they get hit by things like that. There's no smooth sailing on this set. I mean, it was just day after day, one production nightmare after another, and then there's the scene where I have to throw the cyborg into the garbage compactor, and that's how we defeat him. Well, it took 41 takes to get that scene right, and it would just one mistake after another, and then we accidentally crushed one of the actors in the garbage compactor, and there's a lawsuit pending. I can't really say too much, but and I don't really want to give away the end of the movie, but that was one of the crazy stories. And then I remember Brian, who of course plays my best friend in the movie, who's killed by the cyborg. He showed up to the set piss drunk one day. I mean, just vomiting everywhere, and we used it in the movie. There's a scene where the cyborg is fighting him, and Brian is just so hungover and drunk and just puking everywhere that every time the cyborg kicked him in the stomach, we just used it. It worked so well, and I thought the director did an amazing job integrating reality into the movie, and really like the way they worked it into the script flawlessly. That's probably the craziest story. I'm glad you asked. It was really, Mokina was such an ideal location to shoot, because they had the old abandoned steel mill. They had real construction workers. I felt like we were back in it. New York has become a little bit too much of an elitist construction worker city. Like, they're not grounded here anymore. You really got to get into it, and the steel mill just worked out perfectly, because there's really no abandoned steel mills left in New York. They've all been converted to condos or something. But and I actually worked construction converting one of those steel mills into a condo, strangely enough. But Mokina is still a developing metropolis, and the steel mill worked perfect for the final showdown, and the construction site where they let us shoot was just perfect. And I also remember the fact that when you're on set, a lot of times all you have to eat is craft services. What I really appreciated in this movie was that there was a Denny's on set, and Denny's did all the catering. And when you really think about construction workers, you think about Denny's. So it really helped me stay in character eating at Denny's all the time. Well, White Cobra 3 is still in, production / pre-production. We've tried filming a couple scenes. We've gone back to work on the script a couple times, It's really such an epic movie that we don't want to get it wrong. We want to make sure that we stay true to the original too, and it's taking us time, but it's always worth it in the end. If it takes a little bit longer, as long as we get it right. So we are focused on that, but I've also been in talks to do a sequel to Double Impact, and they actually approached me about they're remaking Conan the Barbarian, and they wanted me to play Conan, and I thought about it for a while, but I thought maybe Fred Savage would be better for that, and I could play not Thulsa Doom, but Thorgrim. I really thought I'd make a great Thorgrim. I could bring a little more depth to the character than the original Thorgrim. You know, in terms of other projects, I always get scripts and look over them. Some of them strike my fancy, some of them don't. I would say there's a ninja script that just came through recently that I thought was really engaging. You know, very different. It's actually American Ninja 6, and they were going to bring back Michael Dudikoff, but he was busy. And so they offered the part to me, and I'm thinking about taking it. American Ninja 6. It's, you know, the final showdown, and I have to defeat an army of super ninjas who want to kill the Russian premier and sabotage and launch nukes against America. And, you know, there's only one man who can stop them. That's me. Well, it's always an honor being nominated for an Academy Award, you know, but it's really just, you know, self-congratulatory bullshit from Hollywood, you know. I don't need a pat on the back to know I'm doing a good job. You know, when I was working construction, my foreman would be up my ass all day telling me, oh, you know, come on, Carl, bring those fucking cinder blocks up faster, man. Chop that wood, you know, whatever, you know, lay those bricks faster. You know, and I did a great job, but he never, you know, gave me a fucking award for doing a great job. It's, you know, everyone in Hollywood likes to pat each other on the ass and let them know that, oh, you're such a great person, and oh, you know, this Academy Award nomination means so much. You know what it means in the end? It means that my next paycheck for White Cobra 3, I get an extra 0 at the end of it. That's what it really means, an Academy Award nomination. It's all good, you know, and I donate a lot of my money to a charity that I'm very fond of. It's called White Cobra the World, and what we do is we open White Cobra dojos in poor countries where they can't afford karate. And, you know, I've personally trained every sensei in the dojos, in every single one of them around the world. But that takes a lot of money. So, you know, all this Academy Award stuff I don't really care about, but I like the fact that I get the extra 0 in the paycheck, which I can give to charity. My charity, of course, which I love, and for more information on that, go to whitecobradojo.com, and you can find out how to give money, or if you happen to live in a poor area, you can find out. We give free karate lessons, you know, trying to build up the self-esteem of young kids, and it's really a wonderful program, you know, and listen, the more the world knows karate, the less likely it is that aliens can take us over. Because I think it was that amazing movie Signs, where aliens came down and tried to fight us in hand-to-hand combat. And I remember thinking, wow, you know, they landed with these pussies in Pennsylvania. If only they knew karate, those fucking aliens wouldn't have stood a chance from the get-go. And, you know, so that's what we teach kids. And I realize I've gone a little off the charts here with the alien invasion, but it is a possibility. I mean, they did find a thimble of water on Mars that existed, like, you know, 1 billion years ago. That's proof that there's aliens who want to take over Earth.